Hello, and thank you for joining us today for our live broadcast. My name is Greg Lewis, and this is MetaStock. I'm the marketing manager, and this is one of our live presentations. If you've never been to one of our live presentations, I just realized I got something noisy in the background. Stop that. If you've never been to one of our live presentations, I think you'll enjoy it. We do them about once or twice a week. And while I'm on the subject of live presentations, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified about more of our live presentations that we do throughout the week. I am coming at you from our satellite studio in McAllen, Texas. Dave today will be in our main headquarters in Salt Lake City, Utah. Dave Derricott will be your presenter and host today. He has been at MetaStock about a month longer than me, which would make him at about 17 or 18 years. He's very veteran. He's very experienced. He knows a lot about MetaStock and trading. He also will be talking today about three-point price action to help you spot market reversals. This is one of David's favorite topics, so I'm sure he'll do a great job and you'll really enjoy it. Hey, if you have never heard of MetaStock, I'm going to go ahead and play a little. Oh, I don't remember if I rewound it. I'm going to go and play a little tape for you right now. Hopefully it runs okay. Tape. Tell us more, old man. I mean a video. I'm going to show you a video.
Hi there, Greg Lewis, MetaStock Software. As the marketing director, I get asked all the time, what is MetaStock? How can I help my trades? Well, stick around for about 3 minutes and I'll tell you. MetaStock is an award-winning software and data package that has been helping traders for over 35 years. Simply put, MetaStock is a tool for traders like you to analyze the markets. MetaStock helps you take the guesswork out of trading by offering a methodical, systematic approach to some key questions all traders come up against. Questions like, how do I decide which securities to trade when there are literally thousands to choose from? Which strategy should I use, and how do I test that strategy before spending my first trading dollar? When should I enter and exit a trade? How can I effectively manage the securities I'm interested in? And of course, how do I know where prices will go next? At the core of MetaStock are the Power Tools. The Power Tools give professional-grade analysis tools to private traders like you and me. You can scan the market with the MetaStock Explorer to filter and sort securities that show buy and sell signals based on your criteria. The MetaStock System Tester lets you test most strategies through a process called backtesting, which allows you to see how your strategy would have performed over time. You can easily manage and monitor the securities you are interested in with Quote Center. Quote Center lets you sort on a variety of criteria to view the data that's important to you. Then just double-click on a security if you want to see its chart. With the MetaStock Forecaster, you can even take advantage of patented technology to view probable future prices. If you're an options trader, you're going to love MetaStock's Option Scope. Option Scope puts all the critical info at your fingertips, displaying sortable, customizable, color-coded options data, including the Greeks. And MetaStock has solutions for traders of all levels and interests. If you're just getting into trading, you will appreciate the education offered by our many built-in systems. In addition to pointing out buy and sell signals, MetaStock explains how they work in an easy-to-follow commentary window. MetaStock has built-in systems based on popular strategies like MACD, Bollinger Bands, turtle trading, candlesticks, and many more. MetaStock even has the very popular and exclusive Rahul Mohindar Oscillator System, or simply known as the RMO. And as you become a more experienced trader, MetaStock grows with you. Advanced analysts will enjoy the comprehensive list of trading systems and indicators, and the ability to build their own systems. And if you're a day trader, you can't do better than Zenith, the real-time news, data, and analysis package offered by Refinitiv, a world leader in market data. Add on the world-class support, and it's not hard to see why MetaStock has won the Stocks and Commodities Reader's Choice Award for 26 consecutive years. To find out more about MetaStock and how it can help your trading, visit metastock.com or contact a product professional via phone, email, or chat.
Okay, thanks so much for watching that. If you have any questions about MetaStock, of course, David, during his presentation, can answer them. He's very adept. If you have any questions at all about trading your MetaStock, please feel free to chat them in. What's going on right now is we are actually simulcasting. So we're simulcasting on GoToWebinar as well as YouTube. You're watching this right now on YouTube. If you're seeing me, people on GoToWebinar don't see me. The thing is if you want to watch the recording, this is the place you're going to do it, here on GoToWebinar, excuse me, here on YouTube. So if you are watching the recording and you don't want to watch me, you can just fast forward to when that little number down there says 0, and that's when the presentation begins. We do this to give people an opportunity to come along and get here and get settled in and get their coffee or whatever. So a couple things. One, again, we really would appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Also, as far as things coming up, we do again have live webinars about once a week. If you ever want to check that, just go to metastock.com and select events or webinars, and there's a schedule of things there. Like I said, we usually have 1 or 2 a week. We also have what we call marathon events. Those are trading summits and trading conferences. Our next trading summit, which is an 8-hour trading extravaganza, is on September 18th. And if you go to metastock.com/traders-summit, you can enroll for that right now. I don't think the speakers are all lined up yet, but that'll save your spot, and then we'll send you an email when they have the speakers lined up. That's metastock.com/traders-summit. I'll put it down here in the chat. Other than that, I can't think of anything else, but do make sure that you watch all of Dave's presentation, because I'm certain he'll provide a great bonus opportunity to purchase MetaStock or subscribe to MetaStock, and also the feature product he's talking about today. So let's see, we got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I can't think of anything else, except yes, there's one thing. Make sure that if you have any questions, chat them in chat about anything, trading, anything. Just, we ask you, please just be nice, but we're fully transparent. If you have an honest question, we'll give you our best honest answer. And again, make sure to like and subscribe. I just like making that little thing fly in over here, right here. Anyway, I think that's all I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and check back with Dave in Salt Lake, make sure he's ready to broadcast, and we'll go ahead and play some jazzy music for you to listen to until we begin. Thank you once again. Oh, by the way, as you come on, make sure you say hello, say hi, say hello. We like to hear from you. In fact, before I sign off, who has come in? Well, right now, Vincenzo, superfan from Italy, is here. Hello, Vincenzo. And I see we have a message from somebody else who apparently isn't on anymore. Yeah, go ahead and say hello as you come along. Thanks again for joining us, and successful trading, and we'll be on in about 1 minute.
Okay, sounds good. I wanted to first off thank you everybody for coming today. Let's first off go ahead and kind of give you a brief introduction. I think Greg already kind of did. I've been here for 18 going on 19 years. It's been a great company to work for. I really love it. I've been in the inside sales department as a sales rep professional for that amount of time. During my tenure, I've been here since version 9. So for those of you that are older customers, know how far we've come since then, and it's definitely been a great ride, and I think you'll thoroughly enjoy this presentation. I'm going to talk to you today about one of our most popular add-ons, a person by the name of Silas Peters. He's been working with us, gosh, I think we've done quite a bit of extensive work with him for about 15 years. Our business development team helped them create this type of a system inside of MetaStock, which is done very well. We'll show you some scanning, I'll show you some charts, but it's very clear and easy to follow. I think that's why, well, I feel like I like it so much for that reason. But as well, that's why our customers like it, because it is really straightforward. There's not really any guesswork on it. It helps you take the emotion out of trading, which is what we always want to try and accomplish with any of these tools when we're doing technical analysis. So again, my name is David Derricott. And if you have any questions, either in YouTube or in GoToWebinar, feel free to go ahead and ask those there. And I'll try and keep an eye on the GoToWebinar, and Greg will keep an eye on the YouTube page. But during the time, if you have any questions or if I go too fast, sometimes I get carried away a little quickly, just let me know. First off, I got to read our demonstration that this is designed to instruct you on using MetaStock and accompanying software plugins, and is not a recommendation to buy and sell, but rather guidelines to interpreting and using these specific indicators and features within the software. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by investors who are aware of the risk inherent in trading. MetaStock shall have no liability for any investment decisions based on the use of their software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. And basically, you trade at your own risk. We're not giving you recommendations. We're showing you how to use our software and plugins. The second part is basically just about the characteristics and risks with options. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, this add-on was created by Silas Peters. He's been doing some work with, well, we've done extensive work with him for the last 15 years. He's been trading for a good 20 plus years, and he has a really good, simple, easy system to follow for pullbacks, reversals, just really clear buy and sell signals. He runs a website called the Swing Trader, and I'll give you more information on that towards the end of the webinar. But again, if you have any questions during this presentation, let me know. If I don't know the answer, I will definitely find out. Most likely I will know the answer though, but please don't hesitate to ask any questions. So this is a really simple add-on. I just want to show one little short slide, and then I'm going to hop into the MetaStock program. But it's a 1, 2, 3 pattern recognition. So as you can see on the chart, this is an automatic pattern identification system. There's already a pre-built template. You don't have to be a programmer to run the software. We've already done all the work for you, all the programming work for you, I guess I should say. So as you can see on the chart, you've got the 1, 2, 3 setup. That's your setup, not necessarily to get into a trade, but that is for you to identify a trade is kind of like I said, setup to help you know the trade is coming or an entry signal is coming. Puts clear stop loss and targets on the chart. As you can see there, you've got the dotted lines for your stop losses and also the target down there below on the very bottom center part of the screen. And you can also customize this to your own trading style as well. I'm not going to go too much into that, but if you do have questions regarding the customization of the X-Roll Expert system, then let me know. And if I don't know the answer, of course, I can definitely find the answer for you. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into MetaStock. For those of you that haven't used MetaStock before, MetaStock is a full charting analysis tool with scanning, back testing, signals when to buy and sell, as you saw on the slide that I just showed. But since we're talking about a specific add-on, I'm going to go ahead and just use that for now. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a symbol. Let's just type in Apple. We'll do Amazon as well. And if there are any symbols that anybody wants me to look at, then I can definitely do that too. Let's use a couple of FOREX symbols. We'll do the ES for the mini S&P. And then I can just do everything right here from the Power Console. I don't have to open a chart first and then apply the template. I can if I want to, but I'm just going to show you how to do it right here. So I've chosen the apply template, which is 3S code. Number of records, I'm going to do 250. I can put that to whatever I want. For this demonstration purposes, I don't need to load a lot of data. So we'll go ahead and I'll just click on Open Chart down here on the right side, or bottom right side, excuse me. And I want to organize this a little bit better so everybody can see. So let's start out with Apple. So I'm going to go ahead and expand that out for everyone. The thing that I really like about this add-on is we've got a very detailed commentary window where it'll put clear entry and exit points. It gives you the open, high, low, close volume. And then it also gives you additional tips. So let's go back to the last trade that we had. So we had a 1, 2, 3 price pattern right here. So if I put my cursor right here, it'll actually give me the short position trade minute new entry has found because the prices have closed below the break line trigger entry signal, which is right here. So this had closed below the entry. Let me actually zoom in a little bit so everyone can see what I'm talking about. Right here was the short break line, so that would have been an entry signal for you. You've got your stop loss that is set right here. So this is kind of what I was talking about, is it's clear entry and exits. This is a reversal trade that we would have had. Wasn't the best profitable, but it also you wouldn't have lost a lot of money had you gotten into that trade. And now, as we mentioned during the disclaimer, is trading is at your own risk, so you're the one that makes the decision whether to get it in or out of that particular trade. But basically, you've got here the 1, 2, 3 price point, entry signals right there on the chart. You could have made some money right here. This is your short line break, and this is your stop loss up here. Inside of the when you haven't hit your first stop loss, it'll put another stop loss up on the chart as well to give you kind of some additional, how should I say this, additional coverage for your capital. So this one's Apple. I just picked a few different stocks, and not every single one of them is going to work 100% for today's trading day, but I did want to just give you some examples first before we dive into the scanning aspect of it. So this one right here is actually a very good example of a setup and a good trade. So we have your 1, 2, 3 price points. And before I go any further, let me kind of back up as far as the patterns go with this, because it's based on a W or an M pattern. So if you're in a long position, it's going to be a W. If you're going short, then it's going to be a M pattern. So in this case, you've got your W, you've got your short signal. So I had my 1, 2, 3 price pattern. If I put my expert on there, it'll tell you that you've got your setup. So this is the part that I really like about this add-on, because it gives you your clear setup. Once you've got your 1, 2, 3 pattern set up, then you're waiting for your signal to get into the trade. So the prices have retraced from the low point 2, but did not make a new high. So you're waiting for that new high. The action sets up the 1, 2, 3 price pattern signal. The entry signal will trigger if prices close below the 4,508 price, which you did get your signal right here. So you have a new short position found, and then it's really nice and clear because it'll give you where you need to set your stop loss and your 2 target prices. So you've got your stop loss right up here as you get into the signal or into the trade. Then you've got your breakout, your breakout line, not your stop loss. So your breakout line is right there. And then once that closes below, if it closes below it, then you get into the trade. Here are your 2 profit targets. So you've got your first and then your second profit target. Your target is also, your first target is also going to be put as a signal on the chart. So if you want to be more of a conservative trader and you see that come onto the chart, then you'll just double check your commentary window. You've got a short position. First target has been reached. The price has reached the first profit target. Consider closing part of your position. So this would be a good idea too if I had, maybe 30 lots on here or 30 contracts, maybe drop it down to 15 and then wait for the second profit target to be hit. And it, like I said, that's what's really nice is it gives you clear buy and sell entry points. This is on a daily chart. If you're an intraday trader, then we can switch it over to, let's go into maybe 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit by clicking on the plus sign right here. So we also got a similar signal right here. We got our 1, 2, 3 setup, and then we got our signal right here for the entry, our short signal. And what's nice here is we actually got our stop loss signal right on the chart. So once it's hit, you could consider exiting out of the trade completely, or if you want to wait until you hit your second profit target, you could do that as well. So that part is completely and totally up to the trader. Back here, let's zoom in here a little bit more so we can make this bigger. Right here is a, oops, let's do that again. There we go. Right here is a really good example of this. So you have your 1, 2, 3 setup, and then you got your entry signal, and then you've also got your your long profit targets and your break line, and then also your stop loss line down here. So it is a very good system for reversals. If you're the type of trader that's what you're looking for, a reversal system, and this is pristine. So let's go in and actually run some scans before we get too carried away. I'll show the other charts as well, but I wanted to run some scans for you. So what's nice with the MetaStock program is you can just type in the 3S name, and then you can look for long and short setup. So we're going to do a long setup, and we're going to do a short. Actually, we'll do a long setup and a long signal. Then I'm going to go ahead and actually I need to edit something here real quick. We had some other ones selected there. So we'll do that again, 3S code, do our long signal and our long setup. So this way I can see both the signal on the chart and also the setup. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the Power Console just by clicking on, into the lists. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Index Constituents, and I think it's already selected the list that I want to work off of. So if I go ahead and scroll down here, and it looks like I've got the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 selected. So let me just double check that really quick. Yeah. All right. So then we'll go ahead and start the exploration. I'm going to use the same selected instrument lists for all the explorations. So I'm not going to use the other option, which is I use the results from the previous exploration and then take those results and use it on the next one. So this way I can give you a good idea how both of the explorations work, depending on if you already have the system or if you do get the system, so you understand how that operates. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Start Exploration here. And this shouldn't actually take too long because we're just using daily charts. I am using online data, so it might take a little bit of time, but not too much. You can see how quickly it runs through those 500 stocks. And it looks like we're getting almost 100% rejections on that. Let me look and see why we did. Yeah, most of the time it's just normal filter rejections. So let's actually make our list a little bit bigger. Let's see if we got anything on the other one. Okay, perfect. So that one was the actual signal. This one's the setup. So let's go ahead and look at AT&T. I can actually make a list based on this, which is what I'll do. Make things a little easier, or I could just double click and open the chart from the exploration window. So I'm gonna go ahead and right click and choose Add Custom List, and I'm gonna create a new, let's do DD3S, and then we'll do Create, and then I can click OK. So now I can close the exploration window, and then I can go back to my chart tab. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I'm going to click on Custom Online Data List. I've got one right here called DD3S. Start with AT&T, and we'll just go into each chart individually. Excuse me. So we got our setup. We're waiting for, oops, go back. Let me start over on that. Sorry about that. So we'll open that chart again. Okay. So this would have been a long setup. We didn't get any signals, which is not surprising because I didn't have any signals on the actual scan that I ran. But this would have been a good setup. Had we gotten a signal, then it would have been a good entry for us. Let's go ahead and click on the next chart. So this is a 5th for benchmark, and we're going to go back and look at our last signal. So we did actually have a pattern again, but we didn't have any signals. This is just a good way to show you how the setups work. And here's actually a really good example. Most likely I'd probably get a signal here in the next bar or so because it would break through the break line. But I had my 1, 2, 3 setup. This would be one to definitely keep on your watch list. Or you could also put in a limit order once the price has hit 36.97, and that would get you automatically into the trade through your broker platform. But again, very clear, 1, 2, 3 pattern setup, waiting for the signal. Once it hits that price point, then you get into the trade. And then we'll run or look at the next one here. Very similar situation here. Like I said, I'm not surprised that I didn't get any signals on the chart. It's just because I haven't hit that break point. But I did get the setup, so I'm just waiting for the signal on the chart itself. Again, this is such a simple, easy add-on to follow, and it does a really good job, especially with breakout points and reversals in the market. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on my next chart. I think this was the last one. Yeah, so again, I got the right pattern set up, got my 1, 2, 3 price pattern, or my M pattern, waiting for the break line. It looks like we're actually very close to hitting that, so we're just waiting for this to hit the last, the actual price of 80.50. So once it hits that, it looks like we're getting pretty close to that, so just have to wait on the data to load for our next one. But again, you can change this over to an intraday if that's what you want to look at. Let's go into a 30-minute and see if we actually did hit a signal based on that last price pattern, which it looks like we did. We had our 1, 2. Well, I take that back. We had the 1, 2, but we didn't have the third chart or the third pattern. So we want to wait for that. But here's a good one. We have 1, 2, 3, and then we had our entry signal as well for a short sell. But you definitely have everything right here on the chart that you need. I mean, you can go in and add more indicators if you want to the chart. That definitely is not an issue at all. And then you could save it as your own template. So like I said, it's completely customizable. We can use it with any chart. But I did want to open up or go back to my charts that I had opened up and look at the Forex market, because I'm sure we have a couple Forex traders in here, people that want to see Forex. So let's go into, okay, so here's a good example of a Forex trade. So we had our 1, 2, 3 price pattern. We have our entry signal. It did do a little bit of a reversal, almost hit our stop. If you wanted to, you could have gotten out of that, but that would have been a losing trade, of course. But as you can see on the chart here, as you did your short trade, then you hit your profit target down here. So that would have been a good amount of money that you could have made right there. And if we want to switch it to maybe a 10-minute chart, just like we advertised that you can use this with any market, it does a good job here as well. So we have our 1, 2, 3 pattern set up, and then we got an actual signal right here, which would have taken you all the way down to that candlestick. So you definitely would make some money with this particular add-on. It's really hard to, I guess I should say, the best way I can put it is it's really hard to lose money with this because it is so cut and dry and clear. It's really simple. As long as you follow the rules on here, then definitely going to help you make some money. Let's go back to, I'm going to run some other scans on here. I think I went through all the ones that I wanted to here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on File, Close All. It's going to close all of the charts that I've got open. We'll come back to our Power Console, and let's run some additional scans for everybody. So let's change this up to a short setup and a short signal. I'm gonna go ahead and click those boxes right there. I'm gonna actually use a different list. It might take a little bit more time, but I want to show how this works with other markets. So we're gonna use this list right here. We're gonna use the NYSE Amex list. There's about 800 stocks in there, or sorry, over 800 stocks in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click on Start Exploration. And this is again for short setup and short signals. So let's go ahead and see what we can find as far as that goes. Yeah, it looks like we are getting some good short setups. What is really nice is this does have a pretty strong filter, so you're not going to have thousands or hundreds of stocks that you've got to weed through or click through to find what signal is going to be best for what you want to trade. Okay, so the short setup did actually do 100% rejection. We could see why. It looks like we got a lot of normal filter rejections. Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me, but let's see if we can get anything on the actual signal itself. And sometimes it obviously depends on the market direction. If the market is falling quite a bit like it has been, or just going sideways, you're not going to get a lot of signals, but it still will help you identify if you have your own specific lists that you want to work off of, then that would definitely be something that would help you as well. So let's go in and click on signal. So we did get some. So we'll go ahead and click on the first one here. I'll just go ahead and minimize this here. So this is actually a really good setup actually. So we had your 1, 2, 3. We got a short signal. So we could have gotten in that trade because we broke below the break line. Another good one is right here as well. So 1, 2, 3, got your signal. You broke through your break line point, and that would put you into the trade. So and then you've got your target set on here. You've got your stop loss and your second stop loss. Sorry, your profit targets, not your stop loss. Your stop loss is right here. Excuse me, right there. But I really like this add-on just because it is so simple. There's not really a lot that I have to explain because it just goes into the complete overview of the add-on. The strategy, 1, 2, 3 patterns typically occur at the end of trends and swings, but can occur within trading range. But it just goes into like additional tips as well. So if you're looking at different types of patterns, and like example right here, it just kind of goes into your additional tips. The 1, 2, 3 pattern is effective on any instrument and time frames from tick charts to 5 minutes to monthly. Greater number of bars forming patterns from 1 point to 3, the greater the price movement predicted after the breaking of the pattern. So it is really nice that we've created this type of commentary window because it just helps you set your entire trade up, which is actually really good. So let me run one more exploration, and then I want to continue on with my PowerPoint. Let's run. Let's see. I wanted to go in really quick into the exploration. I'm trying to remember where you actually. So this one's actually customized. Basically, it allows you, if you hover over here, you can see what it says. Actually, if you do this, it'd be easier. The exploration, and it suggests basically allows you to edit this, and you're going to actually do that through what's called the indicator builder itself, but you can actually customize this to your own position style. But I'm not going to go into that too much detail, but if you do have the add-on or get the add-on, then we can definitely help you out with understanding how that all works. And so then let's do some long signals again. Actually, no, let's do some long position management. So we'll do the 3S long position management. Let's run that same list. I need to close my previous one, exploration window, so we can run that. Go ahead and click on Start Exploration. Okay, so it looks like we did get someone here. So we can go ahead and click on, so this is your position long management. So it gives you like your open, high, low, or your close and volume, your stop losses, where your targets should be. The time is basically how long you should be into the trade. So I think the average or the time that they allow for a trade is 14 periods. So in this case, let's actually look at this one right here. It's kind of promising there. So let's look here. So yeah, this one actually did hit the time slot, which tells you right here, the position limit has been reached. So where you actually had your last price point right here, if you were in this trade, it'll actually have a specific time limit. So once that limit is met, it's going to put a signal right here on the time, which should get you out of, or you'd want to exit out of the trade. And let's go into our next one. This again is also based on our trade management. You had your 1, 2, 3, or sorry, you had your 1, 2, but you never had an actual signal in here, so this would have canceled that one out. This one's just helping you manage your trades. It's not necessarily like signals themselves on the chart, and it shows you like how long you should have stayed in the trade. If you get this time signal, that just means that you should be out of the trade. But here's actually a really good trade right here. So we had our 1, 2, 3, we had our signal. Very short trade, but it's definitely based on reversals. So it put us right up to our target, and then we would have gotten out of the trade. And then, of course, if you were still in the trade at that point, once you hit your time signal on the chart, you should definitely get out of that particular trade. So that, in a nutshell, is the add-on. I wanted to jump back into the PowerPoint because there are some bonus offers that you get if you do purchase this. So like I had showed you today, you've got a full commentary on the system. So as you can see here by the image that we have, it gives you the high, low, and close, the volume, if there was a short or long position triggered with the trade management, how many days remaining in the trade. If you don't get the signal within 15 days, then the trade would cancel out itself. But you'd set your stop loss and also your initial targets if you want to do it that way. A lot of people like to do limit orders. So if it hits a specific price point, then that's when you would put yourself into the trade. But it just really helps you understand and manage your trades and understand the system. And that's when you'd use the trade management scan or that part of the commentary window is just going to automatically be displayed on each chart, or excuse me, in each chart. So then, like I had showed you already, you have full market scanning. You saw how fast it ran those explorations or scans, it might be a better term for some people. It very clear, cut and dry signals, really not much to understand. As long as you understand like different types of pattern trading and reversals and pullbacks, this is a great system for that. But what's really nice is for those that attend the webinar, I forgot to change the expiration date, but it's actually good through next Wednesday. I'll send over information to everybody about that as well. But the webinar specials, you get it for $397, and you get a ton of bonuses. You get their private Telegram room where you receive setups each week across the stocks, futures market, FOREX, proprietary S-code scanner, user-defined parameters unique to you and your trading style, chart pattern principles, trading course. This is all done through them directly. So once you purchase their add-on, they actually send you information to allow you access to their client portal, and you get access to all of this. So you have your chart pattern cheat sheet, your 25 top options strategy guide, VIP support to help you get set up ASAP, monthly strategy and scanning sessions, plus access to all of the archive sessions too. So they've got the live plus the archives. For new customers, you can do a 1 free month, or the better option is you get 3 months for the price of 1. And that's for both the end of day version and our real-time version. So basically works out to be about $20 a month if you're doing end of day, or like $83 if you're doing real-time. So it definitely is a great value. As you can see, it's really not much to understand, as long as you're understanding the patterns and kind of how I showed you. You've got those setups with the signals, and then you'd be into the trade at that point. So like I had said before, your normal cost is $497 for their webinar special. It's $397. My number is right there on my contact. Plus you've got the sales chat link. Just ask for Dave when you log in. And there's my email address as well, just david.derricott@metastock.com. I didn't see any questions in the GoToWebinar, Greg. I don't know if there are any in the YouTube page, but that kind of wraps things up. Yeah, okay. Well, I just want to say thanks for everyone for coming out. If you do have any questions, then definitely give me a call. Actually, here's my number directly to me. So if you want to call that one, if you're international, then you would dial this. Or you can just, you'll get a recording of this, but my contact information is right here. So if you want to discuss any of the tools in here, talk about getting this. The one other thing too is if you have multiple platforms, you do automatically get access to this on the other platforms too. But obviously the MetaStock platform is going to be pristine because you are going to be able to scan the market. You've got the clear, cut and dry signals. You've got your commentary windows. So there's definitely a lot of benefit by going with the MetaStock software. But yeah, I just want to say thanks everyone for coming out. If you have any questions, let me know. I did put my number there at the bottom of the YouTube page, or bottom of the chat in the YouTube page. Yeah, if you do have any questions, let me know. I do appreciate everyone's time this morning, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Hi, Kelly Clement here from MetaStock. Before you go, I have 2 quick things for you. 1, thanks for joining us today. We love having you here at our webinars and viewing our videos. So what I'd like to invite you to do before you go is like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps us a great deal, and it helps us bring you more awesome content like today's video. The second thing is we have a great ebook on trading that you can get for free. If you go to metastock.com/YouTubebook, you can get a free copy of The Secrets of Successful Traders. It's a great book with lots of content from traders just like yourself who can teach you some of the secrets that they have learned. Thanks for taking a second with me and learning about those 2 things. Thanks for joining us, and keep on trading.